Welcome back, everybody. We're going to try this again. TV Sports 27. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to do two football games with you. So how's that sound? We got the first one on tap. London Monarchs, number 2 versus number 5. A potential American championship game between the Monarchs and the Redwoods. Both coming in with 8 wins on the year. The Redwoods, they're coming off of that Thanksgiving Day defeat at the hands. You guys watched it here on YouTube or on Twitch, wherever you guys watched it. But you guys saw it as they lost to the Salt Lake City Elks, who only had 2 wins on the year. Big upset there. And now they're looking to see if they can't bounce back here in this one. The London Monarchs, it's a big day in England, guys. You had the brand new Prince that was ushered in, and he's in attendance here. Prince Charles, the new Prince, he's here. He's watching, and I mean, you're getting ready to see this battle. Otto Graham versus Elway. You got Randy Moss versus Tim Brown. It's going to be big business, guys. All right, you excited for this one? We as we mentioned, previous streams, if you hadn't been watching or seen our previous NBA Playground stream, we have now entered in to new phase within my job as on-call, which means if my job calls in for anything, I gotta go ahead and take that. Well, we were streaming earlier, and we had our on-call, so we did not get to finish. So we are going to enter into this game one more time. So Saquon Barkley will be playing. He won't be injured. And I don't know if we're going to get another 75-yard Jerome Bettis run. So unfortunately for Mr. Bettis, he lost that stat line. I mean, we can fake it. We can try to give him like a free 70-yard run or put him in some crazy formation. I don't know. But we'll just wipe that one from our memories. We're going to try it again. 2 top teams. And then after this, it's going to be the the Austin Armadillos going 1-on-1 and toe-to-toe with the Chicago Wolverines. So we pulled a little audible. We did a flex game because we wanted to see 2 teams in the top 10 go at it twice, and that's what we're going to get here. So while you're seeing the introductions here, this is TV Sports 27 if you're watching on Twitch. We ask you guys to hit the follow button, follow along with us. We've gotten a few new follows, so thank you so much and glad to have you here. If you're watching on YouTube, and you can see there, Austin, Sacramento, and London all up at the top. Meanwhile, it's still an open race. London Bulldogs still with their terrible start. They still have an outside shot at the postseason. We are in week 13 here. Adam Vinatieri about to get this one kicked off. Follow along with us on Twitch if you want to see us live. If you want to live stream with us, if you don't want to wait for the videos to come out on YouTube, you can join us live over on Twitch. On YouTube, you can check out the link, TV Sports 27 Sports Gaming on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button and hit the follow button. We're trying to get over 1,000 subscribers. If we do, that's our big goal. If we can get over 1,000 subscribers, we'll look at streaming once again on YouTube. But until we hit that mark, we're going to be streaming going forward here on Twitch. Otto Graham, who obviously, if you look at the history of pro football, you guys know how good Otto Graham is. I don't think anyone was talking about Otto Graham coming into this season. People weren't even talking about the London Monarchs. It was all about the London Bulldogs, but it's been Monarchs fever, which has taken London by storm because they have been the team to beat, not the London Bulldogs. I mean, they have been the dominant team with their 8 wins, just 2 losses, and the 1 tie on the year. We also ask you guys to check us out at patreon.com/tvsports27. We recently updated some of our Patreon tiers, so do check that out. We're going to type out the super fans in the chat. We'll shout out the mega fans. Look at this, to Saquon Barkley, who was injured in the last little bit that we tried, but we're coming in fresh to this one. I'm probably not even going to upload that to YouTube, so it's going to be an exclusive for those of you here on Twitch. So we'll give a quick shout out to our mega fans real quick off the top here, and we're going to do that at the beginning of each game, and eventually when we start going more into streaming. Right now we're kind of uploading in parts on YouTube. I don't know, I go back and forth. Maybe I will do the shout out at the beginning of each video. We'll see how it goes. But yes, shout out off the top, Patreon mega fans, a big thank you to Justin Russell, Mr. Maple, Jonathan Harrigan. You guys are awesome, as well as our Ultra fan K Duckman, who has already let us know he wants to see some more Denver Broncos football. So be on the lookout for that next weekend. Denver Broncos football coming back into the mix. This is a much better opening drive for the Sacramento Redwoods than they did in the game we were doing previous to this, where we only got to do a couple of drives where they went out pretty quickly. So YouTube, Twitch, follow, like, subscribe, and patreon.com/tvsports27. We got the Historian tier for all the bonus video look at Saquon Barkley. We got the Historian tier for all the bonus video. We got the Super Fan tier, where we'll put all the names in the description down below. The Mega Fan tier, we're going to shout you out. And the Ultra Fan tier, where you can get your requests in, your whatever you want to see streamed, we're going to stream it for you. So do check that out. Tomorrow, Patreon Sunday. We're looking at maybe doing some Mortal Kombat tomorrow, which we haven't done in some time, so be watching out for that. Maybe some NXT Hell in a Cell. We talked about doing that as well. 2nd down and 12 for the Redwoods. And Otto Graham to Randy Moss. He got drilled. That was Big Ray Nitschke that jarred the ball loose. You know, Randy Moss never dealt with no Ray Nitschke in his career now. So, very good opening drive for the Sacramento Redwoods. Otto Graham completes it to Cooley. That's going to be a 1st down. Chris Cooley. Otto Graham's completion percentage has been second to none here in the RXFL. It's been very impressive, and he's really, a lot of eyes have been opened up on Otto Graham because a lot of people in this generation haven't gotten to see him play. So to see how he's been in this league has been incredible. And he's leading Sacramento to, you know, again, a tough loss last week, Thanksgiving, short week. Well, looking really good here. Otto Graham's got to run around back of the end zone. Incomplete.
It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. From the 2-yard line yet again.
They stacking the box here. Graham's going to change things up. Oh, how about the play call change? You know what? That was supposed to be a run up the middle. And Otto Graham said, that ain't going to work. He said that wasn't going to work. And he wanted to check it out and audible out of it. And it ended up being a touchdown for the Sacramento Redwoods.
And almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the
Randy Moss gets his first on the board. We'll see if London can respond. So a different start to this game than what we saw in our previous stream that we didn't get to finish. But that's why we talk about the Patreon page. If you want to help try to make this a full-time gig, right now we stream about 3 to 4 days a week. If you want to see us try to stream 6 to 7 days a week, help make this a full-time gig. Help make the dream a reality by, if you're not able to check us out on Patreon, that's going to be the best way, is checking us out. But if you're not able to, that's fine. The best thing you can do is hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, because the more likes and follow, that helps out just as much as those Patreon subscriptions. So here comes John Elway. He's looking to close in on 4,000 yards. He can easily do that here. He puts together a 300-plus yard performance. He's going to break 4,000. And with still a couple of games left, he could be having his eyes on a 3,000-yard season. Good to see John Elway got his head back. Remember, he was headless at the beginning of the RXFL, and we had to assign him a new body. So Jerome Bettis is he was missing out on the 75-yard touchdown run that we had previous, seeing if he can nail another one of those. The bus and the London Monarchs. There's Jerome Bettis. Boy, he was looking for that gap, was he not? Maybe he won't get 75 yards on run, But he might get it just total here on this drive. This is going to be a good one. And then we got Mike Vick and the Austin Armadillos coming up next. Elway feeling the pressure. Christian McCaffrey. The old Denver Bronco connection there. Michael Vick and the Austin Armadillos against Joe Theismann and the Chicago Wolverines, who are trying to bounce back after the Wolverines were undefeated for most of the season. They've dropped 2 in a row here. The bus could not get past the defense, and he's going to get brought down into the turf. Wayne Walker in on the tackle for the Sacramento Redwoods. We got WWE Backlash coming up tonight in just a couple of hours. That's going to be fun. There's a lot of good stuff coming up tonight.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 for Elway and the Monarchs. And there's Tim Brown. It's kind of crazy, man. I remember Tim Brown from that 03 Raiders team, the team with Jerry Rice that went to the Super Bowl, Rich Gannon, and all that. And you look at, like, you watch some old games on NFL Throwback, and it's like Tim Brown played for a long, long time. And same thing like Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon had a really long career, but didn't really get a name for himself until that run with the Raiders. That Raiders run that they had, all of them, was just, what a wild time. They got stopped ultimately by the Buccaneers, but I mean, the 1-year head coach and Tim Brown and Jerry Rice's last Super Bowl appearance, like, how crazy is that? I think people might forget Jerry Rice got to one more Super Bowl. Like, they think of all his runs with the 49ers, but he went there with the Raiders. He had a good run with the Oakland Raiders. 1st and 10, Elway to throw it. He's got a big, well, he did have an opening. Oh, man. Elway crosses the line of scrimmage, slips and falls. Leroy Selman dominated the Revolution League. And doing a good job here with the Sacramento Redwoods.
But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against.
This is about what you expected, right, out of these squads. 2 teams in the top 5. Number 2, London. Number 5, Sacramento. Nothing opened, and again, Elway tries to get out of the pocket, and Dave butts in on the sack. So they go to the air. Back-to-back plays, and it does not work for the London Monarchs. Now they're way back. They're 3rd and 19. So they can still technically get a first down here. Is Elway going to run it again? No, he gets rid of it. Oh, you got to be kidding me. How about the touchdown? Dante Lavelli on 3rd and forever. After 2 disaster plays, and Elway puts into the end zone.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively.
Adam Vinatieri now with the point after. It's good, folks.
Tied at 7 apiece. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. Each team's had it.
2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Number 1 versus number 5. About what you expect. Let's see what Josh Cribbs can do with it. He had a pretty good return. First go of it. Gets up to the 30.
So here are visitors to take over on.
You guys have an RJ Gators in your city. That's what I had for lunch. Pretty darn good. Steak, garlic potatoes. Good stuff, good stuff. Whole menu's great.
Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal.
Well, the announcers in the game talking about the division. We didn't really look at divisions, but the Redwoods, they're trying to hang on to first place.
possible to try to at least secure.
They're trying to hang on. They're right in the hunt with a couple other teams. The London Monarchs are pretty well far. Like, the next best team is the Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs only have 4 wins on the year, so they're up by like 3 or 4 games on London, but they want to keep up the pace. Autogram incomplete, looking for Jabbar Gaffney. And the Redwoods now on to punt this one away.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
What a beautiful punt. Look at that. That's going to do it for a pretty exciting first quarter. We saw a bunch of touchdowns. We saw a couple of 3-and-outs. And the Monarchs. Prince Charles is here. Everyone's here. They got to go 98 yards. Jerome Bettis running hard out there. 6 carries for 33 yards so far.
And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending.
Man, Bettis, he's had a couple of shots at some big runs, but he keeps just getting tripped up on his own linemen. His O-line just keeps getting in his way. And that's what's messing him up. We're going to line up in the eye. Play fake. Elway. Elway is going to take it himself. Oh, flag, no. Eddie Meador. I mean, it's so hard too when you're running full. I think the LA Kiss. I just saw it at the bottom of the screen. I think that's the other teams, the LA Kiss, that are trying to close in on first place in the American West. Ooh, that could easily have been called. It's very hard, obviously, you know, and you got two forces just bowing down on each other to avoid hitting somebody. But man, I've seen a lot less called penalties. But this is the RXFL after all. Oh, look at this blitz. This blitz coming. Elway changing things up. He read it all the way. Elway quickly gets rid of it to Chavis Kelsey. Elway knew it was coming. He said, forget this. I can see this blitz coming a mile away. I'm going to change out of something.
Doesn't matter where it's coming from. Tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies.
And Jones this time.
A hot route, so to speak.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Brent Jones, of course, some of those, speaking of the 49ers, in those championship runs, Brent Jones, of course, helping the 49ers with a lot of those titles.
The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now.
And Jerome Bettis. It's wrapped up, tackled in the backfield. Simeon. Good to see the London Monarchs back, and we've brought back a few other former teams. Of course, the LA Kiss was an Arena League team we got here. Kelsey not able to hang on to it. At Charles Woodson, who's coaching the Vegas Vipers in his off time. What other teams do we bring back? Of course, the Tennessee Oilers. Tampa Bay Mutiny was an old soccer team. Dallas Desperados. San Francisco Demons. So we brought back, we got some of the Madden teams here, but we also brought back, oh, Elway. Yeah, he wasn't able to shake the defense. So we brought back a couple of, we get the Madden relocation teams. We've brought back some other classic teams.
Apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took
Thomas Morstead. And we got another good punt here.
Nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball.
Time is quickly ticking down. We just got 5 minutes left in the first half. 7-7. Saquon Barkley. 23 yards so far. Ted Washington on the tackle. So after, pretty explosive first quarter, both squads, the defenses have really picked up here. And Otto Graham, is that Randy Moss for the catch? Yes.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defense.
Play fake.
And that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunky
Randy, oh no, that was not Randy Moss. Check that. That was Chris Cooley, who was not able to get turned around in time because that was a wide open receiver. Graham is sacked. Hardy Nickerson, who in the previous game that we couldn't finish, had a lot of big plays. He's coming up here again early on. So you saw the offenses flashing their magic early. Here come your defenses. Graham's just going to go down the field, and it is going to be knocked down. Dave Elmendorf. And London ought to get this one in pretty prime field position. Well, Tim Brown probably wishes he got some better blocking right there.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
But Elway's just got to make a couple of plays. He's got to get him into field goal range. As you're looking at some of the standings as well at the bottom of your screen, we've been talking about this. Eventually, as we get towards some of the latter weeks of the season, we're going to start playing some of the games like Atlanta and Oklahoma City that you guys are getting on Monday night. Those are going to be kind of make it or break it games. And you got a lot of teams with 8 losses that are still in the hunt for the postseason, but this is make it or break it time for them. As Elway's pass just gets swatted up. And both offenses now have slowed down incredibly. Elway, though, his scrambling ability is... Elway, the original scrambler. People are glad Prince Charles on his feet. People are glad to have Elway here in London. There's Jerome Bettis busting out a big run. We'll see what they do with the clock now. They can try to wind a lot of this time down and not allow the Redwoods to take an extra possession, depending on how they play it. Oh, well, McCaffrey just got triple teamed, lit up right there. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in. 2nd down and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Elway. Are you kidding me? Dante Lavelli with one hand touchdown. And Elway's got 2 touchdowns on the board. I mean, Elway about threw a wide open wide receiver to get it to Lavelli. Oh my goodness. That's old school. That's single bar on single bar right there. That was Jack Butler in pursuit of Dante Lavelli. Well, never mind what we just said because forget about it. Because now they're going to have 2 whole minutes to answer back. That time a 6-play drive. Coming up next,
there's Vinatieri now to kick it away.
At least on Twitch. Those of you on YouTube, you know, be coming down the line here. But if you're watching live with us on Twitch, a really good one between the Chicago Wolverines and the Austin Armadillos. We flexed the game. Originally, we were going to do the Las Vegas game, but the more we looked at it, it was like, you know what? We're going to flex it. We're going to flex the game. Because these are two big business teams playing each other. And that could be a potential championship because Austin is in the American and Chicago in the National. So that could be a Revolution Bowl. That could be a championship game preview right there between Austin and Chicago. So we got to see that one. This could be an American championship game here that you're seeing between Sacramento and London. Graham now feeling like he's got to run it. And London will take a timeout here. Feeling like they can steal an extra possession. Oh, but where's the free safety? Where's everyone? Randy Moss. That was the big play, biggest play of the game thus far for the Sacramento Redwoods. I think Otto Graham may have took a shot back there. And now Otto Graham's feeling it. Stanley Morgan, the Pirate.
That one for 14 yards and another first.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Right there, 56.
First down. Here's Graham.
Graham to roll out. Did he catch that? Unbelievable. You're seeing two of the best teams in the league right now. Chris Cooley, touchdown.
This football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am, go ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
All right, a minute now. Both teams scored pretty quickly.
We've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
London's got 2 timeouts to play with. This is going to be a good one, folks. This is going to come down to the clutch. There's your game. Chicago 9-2, Austin 8-3.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field.
Little highlight package. You're going to see what Elway has done so far. The scrambling ability. They got the 2 timeouts. God, that was a frightening play. Got Ed McCaffrey. Got Tim Brown out there.
I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs.
Nicely done. Travis Kelce. Did he bring it in? Or are they going to say incomplete? Wow, Kelce. Some rare drops for Travis Kelce out there. What's he thinking?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again.
Elway on the move. McCaffrey, both feet down. Yes, first down, Monarchs.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range.
No reviews, so Dean Blandino must be good. Mike Pereira, anyone.
Yeah, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not,
looking for McCaffrey again. That one's incomplete.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even just getting into field goal range would be a win for the London Monarchs to steal some bonus points. Dallas, Mexico City. That's going to be your Patreon exclusive Sunday night game. So if you're a big fan of the RXFL, all the Sunday night football games are exclusive to Patreon. So if you want, you get at least 4 games. But if you want to get a bonus 5th game, join us. $5. Patreon.com/TVSports27. Elway is going to take off. Now they got to hurry. 30 seconds. I'm not going to do the no huddle because I feel like there's less time to just call a play and I actually get to see my play.
He's going to really like
Time ticking. They still got the one timeout here. Elway. It's tipped up. Oh, my God. 6 seconds. Do you think that's enough time? They're going to try to run one more play.
After the incompletion for second down. Final play of the half.
And it's intercepted. They went quick. A mistake by the Monarchs. They lose at least 3. You got to imagine Vinatieri, no problem.
So we've hit halftime all even.
We'll see if that comes back to hurt the Monarchs. Folks, if you're watching on Twitch, we're going to be back in a couple of minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, stay tuned because the second half coming your way, London and Sacramento.